Friends, you're tuned into Honestly Friends Pod with Day and Lee, where we talk about life, love, friendships, and the culture. What's up, Lee?
Hey Day. Nothing much. I'm hanging out over here on my side of the city. How are you doing?
You look so cute. I'm okay.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. I love this puff puff. I love it. And
Yes.
the earrings,
Coming
I'm a
strong.
jewelry girl. I'm a little
Mm-hmm.
jewelry girl. You can't see, but you're
Very
looking good,
sensual.
girl. You're looking good.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're
What are we
welcome.
talking about today?
So today, we are talking about, well, I've been noticing a trend, especially I guess as I get older, when it comes to divorces and women. And I have not been liking what
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing. So, what I mean is, or what I'm talking about is, when celebrity couples, especially celebrity couples, like obviously the ones in real life, like who knows what people are saying, but when it comes to these celebrity couples, everybody has so much to say about their relationship, their marriage, their divorce, and everything. And it's just so annoying. Like, I feel like it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation when it comes to women. Um,
Oh,
so
100%.
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
So it
So
sounds like we're about to get into talking about the belabored situation of being a woman.
yeah,
Because you really are
yeah.
damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like,
Damned if you
we can't
do,
win.
damned if you don't. So, of course, we know the media firestorm that's happening right now with
Mm-hmm.
the Smiths, Jada Pinkett and
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith. And they are
Yeah.
actually not getting a divorce, at least not right now. No one has said that. But the
Mm.
way in which people are talking about how Jada's so disrespectful, the things that she's writing in her book, the things that she's done. We all know that situation with her and August Alsina. And people are kind of like, Will needs to leave her. She's disrespecting him. Why doesn't he leave her? Right? But
Mm.
then we have the flip side of that, and we have Tamara, no, Tia, sorry,
Oh,
Tia
baby. Oh, yeah.
Maori. No, I'm
Tamara,
sorry.
too?
No, take
Gosh.
that back. We not manifesting nothing over here. Tia,
Okay.
who divorced her longtime sweetheart. I mean, they were like really young when they got together.
Mm-hmm.
What, over 10, maybe
I
15 years,
think
maybe
it
even
was
20
almost 20
years.
years
Yeah,
totally that they
something
were
like
together.
that.
Yeah.
And she announced her divorce earlier this year, or maybe late last year. Sometime time is running into each other. And
Right.
the way that people are like, oh my gosh, but you guys have been together for so long. Why aren't you working it out? And it's just like those two scenarios alone shows
Mm-hmm.
like how people look at women and marriages and the dichotomy, like the differences in between that. Like when it comes to Tia, it's, oh, so you're not happy? Like, you're not supposed to be happy in a marriage. Like, you're supposed to work it out. Like, marriages are supposed to be fun. You're just supposed to work on it and endure. And I don't know what else.
Oh,
Yeah, people say things like that. Like, I don't
I
know what else
know, but
they
I'm just
expect.
like,
But then on the flip side, when Jada and Will are talking about working on their marriage or whatever they're doing in their marriage, and now
everybody's
people
like, why
are
don't y'all just
like,
get
why
divorced?
don't
Get
y'all just get
divorced.
divorced? And why are they
It
saying
is
that? Because
true.
of Jada. Because I'm sure if Will came out with his own scandal, with his own cheating, situation, with his own stuff, people would be looking at Jada like, girl, I hope y'all work on that. Like, I mean, men make mistakes, but when Jada makes a mistake or when Jada talks about stuff, it's that man need to divorce her. She don't respect him.
Mm.
And it's
Yeah,
just like a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
society is very unforgiving to women.
Very.
From Adam and Eve, baby.
From
From Adam and
from
Eve.
from that time that, you know how I feel about that. From that
Yeah.
time that Eve ate that apple and Adam never told her not to eat the apple.
You've
And
been the scapegoat. And it's
it's
just
been
like,
the same
okay.
thing. It's just
Okay.
crazy. So I just like, well, tell me, number one, what do you even like really think about that? Like, is it, am I tripping on it? Well, clearly you don't
No,
feel like I'm tripping
you're
on
not
that.
tripping. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. No, I agree with the things that you were saying, and I think that it's easy to judge when you're not in the situation. I
Yeah.
don't think most people, when they go to get married, think that they're going to get a divorce.
Mhm.
I have never been married, but I do aim to be a married woman one day. So I do hold matrimony to a high standard,
Mhm.
but I personally am not going to begrudge a woman for her choices, especially or a man, especially if I don't have kind of like a second row seat to it. And so
Mhm.
as the celebrities, I don't have that. And even like maybe people in my family or through my friends, their marriages where I may have a first row seat, I I still don't know. I think I will always. We have friends that are married. Uh, I will always, and when my if my friends ever come to me, I will always at first advise for them to work it out if you can,
Mhm.
because you picked this person no matter what any of us thought about him, we loved him or we were in the middle or we couldn't stand him, you picked him now, right? So
Mhm.
I think the right thing for me to do as a friend to give counsel is I would always suggest, okay, well, you married him and this is for better or for worse. So
Mhm.
I'm going to advise that if you can, unless, there's some type of abuse going on or yeah, really abuse. If it's infidelity, people can get over that.
Mhm.
But abuse is one thing I'd be like, no,
Mhm.
absolutely not. So
Agree.
yeah,
Agree.
and the like whether you stay or whether you go, I can't judge that. I really can't. But I do think that people don't take marriage seriously. I don't understand. I don't think they understand the gravity of it. But if you have done everything that you can, then it's a personal choice,
Yeah.
and I'm not begrudging you for it.
Yeah, same here. I feel like marriages take work. I feel like relationships, period, take work, but definitely a marriage because hopefully
Mm-hmm.
in someone's situation, you're waking up with this person, you're going to bed with them at night every day. Some people have different situations, of course, but
Mm-hmm.
it's harder, I'm sure, when you live with someone and you're going through something with someone and you don't have like that space to really figure things out or whatever. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard, but like you said, you chose that person, like you chose to do hard things with them. That's one of
Mm-hmm.
the vows that you make, more or less, like you choose to do hard things with them, a hard life or an easy life or hard parts in your life, you choose to do that with
Mm-hmm.
them. So I agree in a sense that I feel like sometimes people don't take marriage seriously and it's just like, I'm not happy and let it go. But at the same time, sometimes we don't really know what's going on with people in their life, in their marriage. Like now we are a little bit privy to what's been going on with Jada and Will. But in most
Mm-hmm.
cases, we don't know what's really going on with people in their life and in their marriages. And it's like, my thing is take it easy, especially take it easy on the women because we are really hard. We're exceptionally hard on women when it comes to like divorces. Like the backlash that I've seen
Mm-hmm.
that Tia
Yeah.
recently underwent, like online. She tweeted or wrote something or said something somewhere in regards to like it's kind of hard to date out here. Like the men out here
Yeah.
ain't it. And then people are
Yeah.
like, well, that's why you should have stayed in your marriage or whatever. And it's like, but we don't know what her
And I'm
marriage
been
was
like,
actually
bitch, you should have
like.
stayed in the marriage. Go ahead and marry that man then. Like, cause don't come at me crazy. You don't know my situation. He's available now since I've divorced him. Feel free to
Right.
marry him. How
Right. It's
dare
like you
you?
don't know what people's
Like,
situation
get up
is.
off
Like
me.
when I
And are
would
you married again? And are you married to someone that I would want to be married to? Potentially, if you had a brother, probably not.
you be going
So
off.
I do. And I'm proud that she did as well. She was like,
Yeah, she
actually, get
did.
out of
She
my
checked.
business.
Yeah.
Get out of my business. You're only in my business because I let you in my business. And I'm
hmm
at this point letting you know, go ahead and get out of it.
And people have so
How
much
dare
stuff to
you?
say, but like at the end of the day, none of us really know what her life was like. And I do feel like being unhappy is a valid reason to end something. Now,
Mm-hmm.
but I do feel like it's unhappy for how long? Like if you've been unhappy for 2 weeks talking about a divorce now, it's like, okay, did you
Why
try?
did you get married?
But
Yeah.
but if we're talking about you've been unhappy for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, like
Mm-hmm.
maybe, and you've tried, like you've actually
Mm-hmm.
tried counseling, different things, dating, trying to date your spouse, trying to do different things, and it's not working. then it's just not working. I don't feel like anybody should get backlash for saying this just doesn't work for me anymore. It's okay for people to
Mm-hmm.
grow apart from each other. It is life. Like it's life. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't advocate for divorce at all, really, but it is life. Like sometimes you grow apart. And then like I
And I just,
said,
mm-hmm.
oh go ahead. No, go.
And I just think it is interesting that women are the guilt bearers in society. I don't think men are feel guilty about much in life. I
Cuz
really don't.
I mean
But we're made to
honestly,
feel guilty about everything. Because I'm sure when Tia decided that she was going to do this, she felt guilt. She felt guilt
she has two
because
kids.
she was going to be breaking up her primary home and the
Mhm.
family that was in it. There'll always be a family. But I'm sure she felt guilt. And let's say it was a man who uh, decided to divorce his wife. I don't think they feel that guilt like that. I'm sure they feel
I
like,
don't know if they
I mean, this is unfortunate, but I don't think they carry that. They're much more uh
resolved when
emotionless.
they made that
Not that they don't
decision.
have any emotions, but they're just like, all right, it's over with. Even if they decided like it worked, it's like it's just over. This is not it. But women feel guilty for everything. Women feel
Yeah,
they have
we
mom
do.
guilt. You ever heard the term dad guilt? Like, no, we just
No,
and I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's
dads be
nature
leaving
or
their kids for
nurture.
dead. Dads be
Are they
leaving
quick
their
to tell
kids
the
for
mama they your kids?
dead.
Like, sir, there are kids. What you mean these half your kids? Like, and that's what, like, oh, what you mean you leaving them with their daddy? Because that's that them his kids too, 50%, right? But anyway, different topic. But yeah, no, I just think we naturally are guilt ridden, the guilt ridden sex,
Hmm.
and so when Tia kind of popped back off of that man, I think that was because she was already at her limit because she's not
Hmm.
one to do that, but she was like, I don't need you making me feel more guilty than I already feel.
Hmm.
Or I don't need, or
Hmm.
it could be, I don't need you in my business. You don't pay my, you
Hmm.
don't mind, you don't have a business that pays me. So yeah.
Hmm.
hmm And I
And
remember we
then,
talked about this several times. I can only speak of it from my environment and so, but I think it can be extrapolated to all men. But do you remember us having certain conversations where like old Jamaican men feel like, I don't know, when their women leave them, they have this like saltiness about them and like, oh yeah, she left me or whatever. And we be looking like they be so shocked and like,
yeah,
what are you so
like, sir,
shocked
you were
about?
terrible
Because
that whole
they
relationship.
that whole relationship and we some men think as long as you ain't cheating on them, cheating on it, as long as they're not cheating on their woman, and as long as they're not beating your ass, that's enough.
That's
And
enough. And it's like,
that's
it's
not
not.
true.
That's
And the
bare
woman
minimum.
probably, the older Jamaican woman probably was like, when's the last time you took me on a date? When's the last time you
Yeah.
helped me around the house? Like that is important.
Hmm.
But some men's like, I'm not beating your ass. I pay the bills and I'm not cheating on you. I ain't got no outside children. You should be happy. You can't tell someone that that's enough, especially if
Yeah.
we have told you before marriage and during the marriage, I need you to give more a damn about me
You know,
emotionally. I need you to see where I am struggling and offer to help me or, find whatever. You may not get it. Then, but when I tell you I'm struggling, I need you to put effort. It is
a
not enough just
therapist,
to be a body in the home
a
with all these
therapist
kids and all these
said,
responsibilities, blase, swaze. And they just be so shocked. They be like, she left me. And I'm just like,
a therapist said, a
I
lot of
understand.
times when women initiate divorce, men are often shocked, but
Mm-hmm.
the shock is like coming from nowhere because like the wife has repeatedly said something to them
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
you're not helping me, I don't feel valued, I don't feel loved, I don't feel cared for, I feel like we don't do things. And they do, like, they say it for years, these wives. And
Mm-hmm.
the men, it falls on deaf ears because men think that women are supposed to just endure, like, oh, you're just supposed to like bicker and and nag. Like they feel like women are
Mm-hmm.
supposed to nag, so when you're nagging they think that it's just nothing, it's just noise. It's like a bee buzzing around, a fly
Mm-hmm.
buzzing around. And then when the wife like pulls the plug and is just like, I am done, they're like, wait, what? And it's just like,
Yeah,
what do
they
you
be so
mean, wait,
shocked. I'm like,
what?
Oblivious. There, y'all are oblivious and less than smart. Because what do you mean? Like, and women tend to break up with their men before they've officially broken up with them.
Oh, for
So when it's
sure.
time for you to break up, you
You're
emotionally
gone.
are done with it, like as
Mhm.
the woman, and the man has to go through that process. But nine
Mhm.
times out of 10, the woman has been going through that process, trying to go back and forth. But when
Trying
that's
to fix
done,
it.
they usually be done,
Mhm.
and they be so shocked, like, what happened? I'm like, actually, I don't want to talk about this no more. Stop calling me.
And to another point of yours, when
Yeah.
you initially started talking about like when like the men don't have like guilt or anything like that.
Mm.
Another divorce that's or announcement of a divorce that shocked people is the Jeannie Mai and Jeezy situation. And once again, you're damned if you do, damned if you
Mm.
don't. Because when he initiated the divorce and we all found out about it, what were people saying? What did Jeannie do? No one was asking. No one asked what did Jeezy do? Why is Jeezy like doing this? And when they are asking why is Jeezy doing this, it's they're expecting the answer to
It's
fall
true.
on Jeannie did something to make Jeezy leave her.
Yeah, and baby, I don't know what to make of that. I really don't. I don't. It's shocking. People in my life are like, I can't believe it. And I'm like, yeah, I can't believe it either, but
It
I,
is.
I don't know. I don't know. And that's the thing, you never know what's going on in anybody's relationship. Only
Mm-hmm.
them two people know. But that
Mm-hmm.
was a weird situation because I don't understand. I don't
Yeah,
understand
me
it.
either. I mean, I was shocked because we don't really hear so much about a man like initiating the divorce, like we are just
Yeah,
talking
I think
about.
most women initiate them, I think.
Yeah. But at the same time, if I'm being honest, I'm like, I can't say I didn't see it coming. Like, I didn't see it coming, but I wasn't like, oh no, like they were the most amazing, perfect couple. I was just like, okay. Checks out. Like,
Really? You weren't shocked? I was like,
I,
how, after how soon? And that's a situation where it's like, did y'all try everything? Because y'all only been together for, I feel like a year and a half, but it's probably two. Like two
yeah.
years, there's no way you've tried everything.
I mean, I don't know if they've
For
tried
you to be
everything.
married, if it was boyfriend and girlfriend, that's different. If it's boyfriend and girlfriend, I feel like that's
Yeah.
different. But marriage?
I mean,
How? Like, I don't, unless you, I don't know. It's just like, I low key, I was judging, what's his name? I wasn't, I don't know if I judged Genie, but I was looking at him like, yeah, I honestly felt like he was a piece of shit. I think what he did was embarrass her. Like, I just feel like there was like, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna divorce you. And I'm like, baby, show me. That's fine.
oh my God. I mean,
But I'm like that.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was just super neutral
Like,
about
if
it,
you
but
feel that seriously where you're gonna divorce me and we've been together, we haven't, I don't think they, wait, I think, I'm gonna look it up. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
well, I was gonna say, like, I mean, I wasn't like really shocked about the whole thing. Like, I was never like on the bandwagon of like, oh, Genie and Jeezy. So I didn't have to fall
Yeah,
off the
me either.
bandwagon when it happened. I was just
But it
like,
did seem like they had like a whirlwind romance, and I'm a
it did
romantic. That was all. I was like, well, damn, that went down the drain real quick.
real fast. Yeah, yeah, that
Yeah.
did. What are you looking up?
When they got together, when they got married, I think they got together in the pandemic. So there's that. There's the influence of the pandemic when baby we're supposed to be by ourselves
Well,
and we
that's
get
another thing.
lonely, and you're not able to navigate how you really feel because this isn't a normal situation. This isn't a real
Mm-hmm.
situation. This is a vacuum. So okay, they got married in 2021, which tells means to me that they were married. They got together during the pandemic. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a little
I think a lot of people that got
special
together
situation.
during the pandemic, it's probably not gonna end well for a lot of people because I feel like it's just like all the people that went ahead and got
There's
dogs
no
during the
confluence.
pandemic. It's like it was
Or I
a
think
lot of it
it's the
was based off
opposite.
loneliness.
Yeah, it's a confluence of you're by yourself, people are dying. It's an emotional time.
Hmm.
Work. I think a lot of people got laid off during that time. So
Yeah,
you're just highly emotional. You don't know how you're really feeling because you're feeling all the feels.
yeah,
You think the world's coming to an end. So yeah, I don't know. That might be like getting together with someone just because
yeah.
you
Like we
lonely.
might as well do this. We ain't getting
So
no
2021 is
younger.
when they got married. Oh, don't do that.
Ah, I'm just saying that's
Why are you singing that song?
because
Okay.
we might as well do this.
You know how I feel about that. If someone ever says that to me, I don't want to be your we ain't getting no younger person. Ew.
No.
Anyway, so they were married for 2 years. Jeezy, there's no way that you tried everything.
There's no way. Yeah, I
And
feel
you took
like
her
he
to the
took.
altar. Fine. If you didn't, that ain't my business. But you took her to the altar. That's what I'm saying. Like, no.
Yeah, I
So
feel
I was
like
judging
that's a
him.
situation. And once again, like I feel like people are blaming her or looking to blame her mostly. But I feel like that's a situation where it's like, sir, did you even exhaust all your options when it came to this marriage? Like,
Exactly.
did you go to counseling? Did you talk? Did you, I don't know, take a vacation together to like refresh and renew? Like, did you do all the things? Did y'all go to church? Like, did y'all sit down with a
Did
pastor?
you
Like, what did you do?
exactly? Did
Like,
y'all do like a staycation or a vacation, a babyless moon? You know, like just the parents
yeah.
reconnect. I don't know, like. Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
judging him. I thought that was. But
You,
now
I
let's
feel
say
like
it
you're
was
the
her that did it.
minority.
What if she did it? Would I be judging her?
I
Yes.
would have been
I'd be
judging.
like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't?
I would have. Yeah.
Because I'm like, girl, I would have been like, girl, y'all only been together for 2 years.
I would at least want to
Married.
know. Yeah. Like, I like to know things. I just want to know, like, what's going on with that. Especially
Mm-hmm.
because it's such a young marriage, like you mentioned. Like, I feel like it's too new to be like, we've given up all hope. Like, huh? What have you done? What have you done?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like with those three examples, those three very different examples, like we're always constantly going back to looking at the woman in some type of way, shape, or form as being the problem. You're the problem if the man initiates the divorce. You're the problem
Mm-hmm.
if you initiate the divorce. And you're a
Mm-hmm.
problem if you don't initiate a divorce at all and you're deciding to stay in your relationship and try to work on things.
Mm-hmm.
And I just find that to just be crazy. And I just wanted to bring, to talk about that, especially because the both of us are women. And I don't know if we really have like that space where people really talk about like what it's like being a woman and always being scrutinized for doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And you're right. We're judged. I'm going to learn you something about how to just out of that feeling of constantly being judged. Stop caring what people think.
Period.
That's it.
Yeah.
You are
Just live your
immune
life.
to it if you stop caring.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you come to the realization that people are going to judge you regardless, it may be a good judgment, it may be a bad one, but you cannot uh, let that influence your daily life and how you move throughout the world because you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to please everybody.
True
So if they
facts.
want to say you are horrible, you broke up your family, you're disgusting, I'd be like, okay, heard you.
True
And
facts.
thanks for letting me know. I'm going to go about my day. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Since you think I'm the most horrible person out there, I'm going to go ahead and remove my presence from you and you never have to deal with me again.
And that's why they mad at Jada.
Godspeed.
That's why they mad at
Huh?
Jada. Because I said that's why they mad at Jada because Jada's like, I don't really care. I'm gonna say what I say, and I'm gonna just continue to live my life. And they are so mad.
Really? I wasn't getting that she doesn't really care, but she can't care. She's just putting it out there like
She don't
that.
care. She's just
Have
like,
you
I
seen
don't
good for
care.
her? Have you seen the memes where like people are using her for
Mm.
what is it? For advertising their business. It's hilarious. I'm also
Oh,
going
I
to look
have
this up.
not. I have
Oh
not.
my goodness, it is so funny. Let me see. Um,
You sending me one now?
but it's basically like, it's since Jada won't be quiet, I'm gonna let her. I'm gonna use her stuff for her. Oh, let me see. Jada Pinkett Smith hires ABI the realtor to find new large family homes to fit all entanglements comfortably.
That's terrible.
It's
That is
hilarious.
terrible. Oh my gosh.
Just to let you know, Jada booked a 30-minute session at the CoSpace location to give an interview
Oh my
remotely.
gosh.
Like it's just like, come over here too. She over here.
Jada gonna talk her
Oh,
stuff.
Jada Pinkett Smith reveals that she booked the Co-Space podcast studio to host new show starring Tupac's ghost. I love these people. It just keeps going and going.
Oh
And
my gosh.
we're just so creative. These people were probably black, but I love it.
Fendi
Because
facts.
the creativity, and I don't know. But we've also come to a conclusion, and I don't think we're going to talk too much about this on this podcast, but he is not innocent.
I don't think so. I think
And
relationships
I
go through
think we're
things.
seeing some narcissistic things about him because he is America's sweetheart, like the male version or whatever. He's like, a superstar, classic. People love him. He has the heart of the American people. But I have not the best opinion of him.
Oh my gosh.
Period.
Well,
And
I'm a
that's
little
due
50
to
50. I'm a little
his
iffy.
wife. His wife is putting him on blast, but he's kind of held her hostage for 7 years, at least with the announcement of the divorce. She's like, I'm not with you no more. And out of respect for him, she has tried to keep it. But you can't expect her to do that forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and like his response where he said notifications off, like he don't need to respond. I'm like, that's narcissistic behavior. You don't think you need to answer to anybody because you're the movie star in America, and he's probably been treating like her like that in their home. And I don't care what you are in this home, you are my husband first. You protect me and protect my
Period.
feeling, my heart, and my body.
Period.
So I can see why she would want to leave him because it seems like he put himself up there, and he felt like he never had to come down to meet her where she was at.
And maybe that's why she's
Or never
writing this
elevated
book.
her, just never made her feel seen. Like, nah.
Maybe that's why she's writing this book, so that and letting us know what's going on so that she can get up out of there. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. And then like the kids I said they happy. Like that is out there. So
it's all super interesting.
Some people give that reason, do it for the kids. This is a prime example. What I'm telling you, the kid is, stop saying you're doing it for the kids because you're not. Because kids be seeing the BS in relationships. I know plenty of kids who were like, I just wish they would have divorced a long time ago.
Yeah.
They made my life miserable. They was fighting in the house. I have no good example of what a marriage is supposed to be. I only have a good example of what a bad marriage is supposed to be. So when people say you're doing it for the kids, you're not doing it for the kids. You're doing it for you. Stop lying.
That's true. That's true. So, friends, we just wanted to know, what do y'all think when it comes to marriages and specifically divorce? Is it a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation for the women? Please let us know on Honestly Friends Pod on our Instagram or on our TikTok, as well as Honestly Friends Podcast on YouTube. And later, we'll chat soon.